You know it. I know it. Store brand bought, craft beer raised. We're gonna get into it. Trader Joe's, baby. Feel it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to The Beer's Gone Bad.
That's where the beer flows like wine.
We're your hosts tonight. I'm Pat Tugin.
I'm Scott Van Book.
And tonight, we're doing something kind of different.
Yeah, we're drinking a store brand. I know what you're thinking. Safeway? No. Alpha Beta? Nay. Nay. This is the Trader Joe's brand.
Vintage Ale 2011. There it is. Bam.
Of beer. Yes, it has a cork, it has a cage, it is...
9% by volume. Hello.
Pat, I got a question for you. How is this, how are you keeping these beers cold? We got like 1,000 beers. How are you keeping them all cold?
For any of those who follow us on Twitter, we got a new beer fridge.
No biggie?
No big deal. I mean, it's got LEDs and it's climate controlled. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
It only holds 64 bottles of beer.
On the wall.
I mean, that's a lot to some of you.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Unique and limited edition, this Belgian-style ale is crafted once a year as a special treat for those of you who appreciate flavor, bottle-conditioned ales with character. Yes, guilty.
Yeah.
This year's vintage, rich, dark, full-bodied, fine, generous coffee-flavored Belgian foam. You know what? We'll figure that out for ourselves. So you know what?
Yeah, skip that.
Oh, best served slightly chilled, around 53 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, wow.
I have my refrigerator right now chilled at 46. So we're a little bit below, so I've been doing the good old sausage warm-up on this one.
Now I got a question for you. It's everybody knows that the winos, they have their $2 chuck. Is this the $2 chuck of beer? Or is it like an actual, like, they have their own brewery, they do their own thing? Or
you know, I don't
like...
know. That's a good point. I got this as a present for my mom. I received 3 bottles of it. One got dumped off to my cousin because he actually came across this year and had good presents. And my dad took the other one. So we'll see what happens with this. And I don't know. I know Trader Joe's, they do that kind of stuff, but whatever they do well. Like,
no,
we're a big T. Joe's family.
Yeah. No, it's awesome, dude. I'm all about it. I think it's awesome. I'm just wondering if it's their own brewery or if it's like... With the $2 chuck, if you guys didn't know, when a wine comes out with a year vintage, they can only release so many bottles. If they do everything they can, then the wine will be devalued. So say you have enough to do 200 bottles, for example. Then you're going to do your 200 bottles, and anything over your 200 is just excess. That's pretty badass. So they'll just say you have enough for 240 because you needed to hit your 200. The other 40 becomes $2 chuck. It's the Trader Joe's label, but then it's all mixed in from all these different breweries or wineries.
On that note, you know what I had... I don't know if I read it or I watched a video on it.
Oh my god.
About $2 chuck. You know what this smells like? I'll get that in a second, actually. $2 chuck, they, in a blind taste test, actually comes across, people give it a bunch of crap because it's $2, obviously. And it's Charles Shaw, hence the name, but it actually beat a bunch of really nice wineries in a blind taste test.
Well, some of them are from real... That's the thing, is it's really inconsistent. Like you
so, basically what you're asking is if you think this is the $2 chuck of cheer.
Yeah.
Of beer.
Of beer. And it could be, but it's like, so let's say,
Can I tell you what a beer I think this smells like?
Yeah.
Take a smell of this. Great color to it too. There's one beer that smells like, and I'm going to tell you right now, it smells like Stone's seasonal ale, the Citruy de Celeste de Citricato, that I got that huge growler from when we went to Stone. It's got that really... They say coffee on here, but I smell... I know it's not a flavor, but it smells like autumn to me. It sounds retarded. A little metallic, too.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
A little metallic.
I'm definitely not getting the coffee on the nose.
We have some pretty bright lights in here, and I can't get this at all. What?
It said on the nose. I want to say on the nose.
Yeah, you know what? Just tone it down a little bit. Jeez.
It doesn't smell like coffee.
1 Bud Light, 10 Rasputin. This guy, to me, like...
That's a 10, dude.
It's not very viscous at all, but the color is really dark. It's a 10.
Yeah, it looks kind of light.
Yeah. I don't know what the ABV is. 9%. I'm sorry, I said that before.
It smells really fruity. You know what it smells like to me? You ready for this one? If you guys have ever been to the Tropicana in Las Vegas, It smells like the roulette table, like over by the roulette table and the craps tables. Kind of like cleaning products and kind of like booze. It's like booze. It's like they spilled booze and they cleaned it up with like pine sol or something.
This is exactly the same flavor as the Celeste Chicago.
Really?
The Stone to me. It's got that crushed leaf flavor, like the deciduous trees where you crush the leaf, like big maple leaf.
Yeah.
Wow. Exceptionally paired well with grilled salmon steaks, excuse me, curried lamb, beef, or tuna. Actually it says tuna au poivre. And I believe that's raw tuna. That's right.
There you go, dude. There's something in there, dude.
It's a bottle conditioned beer, and on here it actually says best before July 6th, 2016. 2016. That's a 4-year lead on this thing. So they're assuming that you're going to take this home and cellar it for a while. Which, I mean, realistically, now that we have, the mini fridge, we can do.
There's not a lot of coffee in it. I'm not getting the coffee
at all.
Claiming at all.
Yeah, I don't know why they said that.
Tons of fruit. If anything, for me, it's more like one of the Lost Abbey beers.
Dude, right? Like kind of raisiny.
Raisins, yeah, exactly.
It smells kind of metallic to me too when I smell it. It has like a little, not pendant.
No, I got that.
But dime, almost aluminum.
That's why I'm getting that pine sol smell from, because that's that cleaning product smell to me, where it's that harsh like, oh.
It's got a lot of carbonation too. Put it in your mouth and swish it around real quick. Your mouth will completely fill up with bubbles.
Look at the size of the bubbles on it too.
All right, so my foot's on the table. As a beer from Trader Joe's, someone who we associate with awesome home, with their name products in there. My sister and my mom live and breathe by Trader Joe's. As a beer from there, I kind of have a high standard for what they're going to put their name on.
Yeah.
How does this come across to you?
I think it's exactly what you'd think of. Like if you go to Trader Joe's and you want Cheerios, they got Trader-O's or whatever. It's the Trader-O's.
Trader Joe's. Or Joe-O's. Joe-O's. And knowing's half the battle.
It's good. It's a really good beer, and it's really well done, but I think they just kind of missed the mark on it.
In what sense?
Well, I first of all, I think it should be a little bit thicker, a little bit more viscous. It's very watery, and it's got, like, the carbonation on it super, like,
but you rated
bubbles.
That Citrus Citrucato from Stone in a very similar, like, taste level.
Yeah.
Really high. You said it was one of your favorite beers you've had.
No, the taste was amazing, and the taste on this beer is really good, but I think they missed the mark on the viscosity and the actual the head of the beer, the carbonation. The bubbles are too big, and I think they did a good job, but they did the store brand job.
The head looks like it should have something much thicker.
But it doesn't.
Below it.
Like, look, all right, so in the center of it, we're getting like a lot of like the tight.
It's a nice tan head too.
Yeah, but it's the when you put it, like you said, when you put it in your mouth, it's very carbonated. Big bubbles.
Oh, look,
bubbles.
It's still coming up. You see that from the middle?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think that for for what it is, it's close to being an amazing beer. It's a really good beer, but it's close to being an amazing beer.
As a house brand, though, what are you going to give it out of 10?
Well, I'm not going to, because it's a house brand. I'm not going to cut any slack. It's
okay. Like, what are you going to give it though?
I'll give it a 6.5, maybe a 7.
All right. I'm not a big fan of the Citrucato from Stone, and so this has a really similar flavor, this flavor kind of envelope to it. And I'm gonna give it with Scott too. I'm gonna give it on that 6.5 point. I'm gonna say it's a nice tasting autumn beer. Like this is a great beer if you want something that tastes kind of lighter, but it's got like a really strong flavors to it. For as the air gets colder, you're starting to put your sweaters on. Maybe sit on the fire, carving a pumpkin.
We talk about mouthfeel a lot, and this beer has no mouthfeel. It should be something that's a little bit more velvety, a little bit more creamy, and it doesn't have any of that. And the carbonation, like you said, it's just too carbonated. It's like drinking. You know what it's like? It's like drinking a warm Coca-Cola. Have you ever had a warm Coca-Cola out of a can?
That really has a similar feel because as
that's
you swallow
exactly what it is.
All the carbonation is up front on your tongue.
Yeah. So it's like drinking warm Coca-Cola out of a can. The flavors are there, but everything else kind of missed. So it could have been an 8, but for me, it hit in the 6s.
I'm enjoying our journey through beers.
It's been really good.
We've just recently, we're going to tap 100 this week. We're going to get into it. And each one that we do, I swear out of the 100 that we've done, 99 of them are beers we've never would have drinking before.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's really fun too because you actually kind of get to know more about the beers. Like you get like.
We can compare it to the Stone Citricato.
Yeah, it's like that. It sounds really pretentious, but it's one of those things. Like, well, we drank it like a week ago, so.
Either way, I'm kind of stoked that I got this for Christmas. It was a cool kind of thing. I never would have bought this beef. I would not have gone to traders and found this.
I'm stoked on everything we drink. I was stoked that we had Skull. I think that like I love the bad beers as much as I love the good beers because it's fun tasting something that bad, that good, that different.
Well, to that, cheers. I'm Pat Tuja.
I'm Scott Van.
This is The Beer's Gone Bad.
Where the beer feels like wine.